Hi guys, this is Shelley over at the Complete Combatant, and I write a monthly article for Shooting Illustrated. Today I am going to do a video reading a past article. The reason I do that is because I am dyslexic, and dyslexic means that I've got a learning disorder. And I got to be honest with you, videos and images save my life. Helps with my retention, helps with my being able to recall things faster. So I just decided, you know what? I'm going to start doing a video of my articles, so it may help you. So here we go. This one is called Reactionary Zones Part 2. Part 1 is the month before. Okay, so this is Part 2. This is from December 2023. What happens when the problem is too close to avoid? Last month, we dove into the Complete Combatant's Reactionary Zones Part 1, which focused on the most amount of time to react, act, and respond to a threat. The most distance is around 25 feet and beyond. We often say that distance equals time. So this zone gives us the most distance or time to make a really good first decision. Scenario. It's the day after Thanksgiving, and you've decided to take a walk to walk off some of that turkey, so you grab your coat and you head out the door. You are on the sidewalk enjoying the fresh air, the cold on your face, and then all of a sudden you catch movement out of the corner of your eye. You turn your head and you see a group of 4 youths sitting on the hood of your neighbor's car, and you know they are out of town for the holidays. They see you watching them. They are up to no good, and they don't like that you're looking at them. So one of them slides off the hood of that car and starts walking towards you. What are your options? All right. Space between us. Before we go any further, I would like to reintroduce to you Edward T. Hall. He'll be a part of each part or section of Reactionary Zones. He was a part of Part 1, he's a part of Part 2, and he'll be a part of 3 and 4. Edward T. Hall is a cultural anthropologist that specializes in proxemics that are maintained by healthy adult middle-class Americans. He wrote a book called Hidden Dimensions that explains proxemics with the different distances or distance awareness among many cultural groups. There are several aspects of proxemics. The one that Hall writes about is the distance maintained between people when they are communicating. Hall named his 4 distances: public, social, personal, and intimate. The Complete Combatant has named their 4 reactionary zones: most amount of time to react, some amount of time to react, the least amount of time to react, and no time to react or no choice zone. In Reactionary Zones Part 2, we're going to be focusing on the Complete Combatant's some amount of time to react distance. Per Hall, social distances for normal healthy adults range from 4 feet to 12 feet. This distance fits perfectly for more formal business and social discourse. Discourse means written or spoken communication. So at this range, it's very comfortable to make eye contact with a stranger for a few seconds, smile, even nod at them and say hello. Because of Hall's framework, we know that we can feel the pressure of whether that person belongs in a specific zone, space, or distance. In self-protection management, we can use this research to our advantage by measuring the violence options available to the bad person while measuring the options available to us to react, act, and respond. Some time is not a lot of time. Now let's switch gears from normal, healthy adults to criminals. The some reactionary zone is 12 feet to 25 feet from you to the bad guy. And this gives you some time to react. Not the most amount of time to react, but some time to react. In this zone, you have some time to decide what to do, like have pepper spray in hand, avoid, make contact, etc. You have some amount of time to gather more information, like look at his hands. Any movement towards his waist? Are his hands hidden? Is he targeting you? You have some amount of time to make this space come alive. That would be by changing direction or just leaving the area. If that person changes direction as well, then you now know you have an early warning sign, and more good decisions can be made very quickly. There are some things to consider in the some time to react distance, and these are some bullet points. Around the furthest part of this zone, you don't want to try to manage him. Remember, this zone is 12 to 25 feet. You don't want to try to manage him, meaning you don't want to yell at him or try to converse with him in any way at that furthest distance, 25 feet and beyond. Hey, dude, do you plan on robbing me? No, let him be in the furthest part of that distance. But if you're around the closer part of this distance, meaning it's closer to 12 feet, it's very reasonable to make eye contact with him, even if he's a stranger, for a few seconds, even nod at him that says, I see you. They have every right to be there, guys, until they don't. At this distance, you could be in immediate danger. If a bad guy is in shape, he can cover 25 feet in less than 2 seconds. And he can cover that 12 feet in less than 1. You have, if you have a hard time gauging distances like me, ignore the numbers that I said, 12 to 25 feet. Ignore them. And maybe let's put an object to judge the distance. Let's use an object that may be something that's common that you've seen to judge distance. I'm going to name a few, and I'm hoping one of those resonates with you. So just kind of think to yourself, boy, I need to figure out what this distance looks like at 12 to 25 feet, which is a very large distance. You can put 4 medium love seats. Imagine that. Those are 20 feet. Imagine 2 average-sized kayaks. Those are 20 feet. The most common rented U-Haul in the United States is 20 feet. 2 basketball hoops stacked on top of each other. That's 20 feet. Let's go down a little bit. The most popular length bass boat that is bought in the United States is 18 feet. 2 treadmills equals 16 feet. 2 hockey goals side by side are 12 feet. 2 refrigerators stacked on top of each other are 12 feet. So maybe one of those will help you understand what 12 feet looks like up to 20, 25 feet. Now back to our scenario. You turn your head and you see a group of 4 youths on the hood of that car. At the same time that you turn your head, you are judging distance and thinking that they seem out of place. You reach into your pocket for your pepper spray, all the while that you just run away. You must react, act, and respond quickly. They do not chase you. They go back to trying to steal that car. There is absolutely no benefit or positive outcome to engaging with these kids. It's okay to run. Let's not use your medical insurance because you thought stopping them was more important than your health. You're now safe at home. You can, you are now safe and sound at home. The door is now locked behind you. You call 911. You had some amount of time to make a really good, quick first decision, which is avoid. Now grab yourself a turkey sandwich, put your feet up, and enjoy your day. Next month's article, we will be focusing on Hall's personal distance and the complete combatant's least amount of time to react distance. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Shooting Illustrated, and have a great day.